Remember this fruit that I told you turns into this sprout? Well, it's time we plant it ourselves. So after taking this fruit, I just threw them in the garden and then just find out that the one has already started sprouting. So we're like, okay, I think it's time we dig up the ground and we actually plant this so we can see if we can get murichi. I have actually never done this before. So this is fun and I can't wait to see if this is actually going to turn into that murichi. So what we started by is basically making like a square on the ground because it turns out that it needs a lot of sand. So we dug the ground up first really well and then we used this nylon to place it flat on the ground. I asked, I was like, what's the use of the nylon? She was like that because the roots grow really deep, so the nylon will stop the roots from growing deep and turning into the tree, basically regulating the the roots growth so we can actually have the sprouts that we want to eat. So yes, that was that. We buried the nylon again, and after burying the nylon, we made it into. This is like bigger than a ridge. This is very like I don't know if you've planted yam before. You know those heaps, the larger ridges. She was like, that's what we need, and even at the rate this one that we have, it's too. She said the sand isn't enough, but then my garden lacks soil, so honestly, it's gonna work like that. So after the ridge, we just placed the giginya on it. That's the fruit. We just placed it on it, and she said it will stay there like that for months. Rainy season just started. We're in May, and she said until rainy season is gone, so maybe like November, December, that's when we can actually harvest the sprouts to eat. And that brings me back to one of you guys' comments. Someone said, I forgot to tell you guys that once you plant it, it's your children and grandchildren that will actually eat the fruit again. So this makes sense. Just it will take how many months for it to sprout alone. And after placing that, we found that there was like more space, and so we just put in yam. I've never planted yam, but I convinced her that she was doing the right thing. But we'll know in a few months, I guess. And guys, the slugs are out to play. Like, you guys should be careful out there. I hate these slugs. I hate slugs. They always find ways of getting into your house, especially your bathrooms. Alright, you guys, that's all for today. We'll be back in a few months to check this out. Bye.